There we go. All right. We're live on YouTube. We're live on Facebook. We're live on BATC. We're live on ATN. I think everything's working. Say a prayer, everybody. Hi, everybody, and welcome to the Amateur Television Network's The Weekly Net. Hello, I'm Roland, KC6JPG, located here, Rancho Cucamonga, California, United States of America, North America, planet Earth on Orion's belt. I hope so. At least we hope we're still there. You got it. The Amateur Television Network is a series of repeaters making it possible for somewhere in there you, our amateur television, YouTube, Facebook, Arden, and BATC superstars that you are, to make video communications with one another within our network coverage area. Yes, you can watch us live. We are live currently as we speak on youtube.com/amateur television network. And guess what? We reached 840 subscribers. So yay, team. So you guys are just rock stars. That's great. Let's get that big 1,000 before 2024 ends, right? Let's do it. So contact every brand new radio amateur that just got their ticket and say, get on ATV. YouTube.com/amateur television network. All right. Facebook. Yes, we're live on Facebook as well. Facebook.com/amateur television network. You got it. And I'll tell you, we got a great user base on Facebook too. A lot of the amateur radio people on the amateur radio group pages, they're checking us out. So that's really, really cool. Don't have any RF equipment, but love to get started on amateur television. Well, hey, have no fear. Just join us on our Whereby group, whereby.com/ATN-TV. You got it. And we have a fantastic group. And there they are as they speak. Hello, everybody. Yay. Look at that great group. It looks so good. I love it. All right. DMR Radio. You got it. And that's our voice communication from around the world. And we're on the Brandmeister Network. Why is my graphic not working right? I don't get it. Okay, let's bring that one up. There we go. All right, there we go. All right, on the Brandmeister Network, 3196 is our talk group, and we're also on 224 talk group on TGIF, and that's our tactical backup channel as well. So grab your DMR radios, program them up, and you'll be talking to all of us that are DMR capable, and it's so awesome. It's the next best thing to HF when it comes to reliable communications and communicate with our ETV people. All right. For more information regarding the Amateur Television Network, you can visit us on our new website, and that is www.amateurtelevision.net. That is our new website, and we're just getting it started, and then we're going to populate it with like health status for all of our repeater systems, and putting up members on the move, what we're doing, especially with our SDR throughput, our SDR linking that we're going to be doing with all the different networks from around the country and around the world. And of course, programming up, the Blackmagic ATEMs. They just released new software regarding the SDR technology. So all you do, hopefully you just simply press on air and you'll be on the air to everywhere. That'd be really cool. So hopefully we'll get that project finished up, during the month of August. This portion of this net is a directed net. Transmissions may be made after acknowledgement by net control, and a clear frequency is always appreciated. To get things started, we're going right to the president of the Amateur Television Network, Southern California and Nevada chapters, and that is Tom, WB6HYH. Tom, how you doing tonight?
This is Tom, WB6HYH in Rancho Cucamonga, and doing pretty good tonight. Good to see Dylan out there. Hi, Dylan. And everybody else on Whereby, on there, myself. And let's see, as far as announcements go, I did send out an email this last week to everybody, Southern California chapter members, and trying to get an idea what we should do this year for our annual barbecue. and it looks like the barbecue is unanimously going to become a Mexican fiesta, and it's probably going to be on the 21st, let's see, of September. Yeah. Yeah, 21st is a Saturday. So everybody mark your calendars unless something unforeseeable comes up between now and when we send out the official notice. We will probably be having it September 21st, and it will be Mexican food for a change, and we'll see how that goes over. I'll probably be splitting up the menu. As always, ATN will furnish the meats, and we'll have probably at least 3 different kinds of tacos available, and probably burritos and salsas and dips and chips and all the other makings to go with it. So we'll be getting that together here pretty soon, but like I said, it's not going to be until September 21st as of right now. And let's see, what else? I don't think we probably will have a tune-up session here set up again. We'll set up a test bench, and anybody who wants to bring some equipment, have it tested out, checked out, tuned up, whatever. We'll be encouraging all to do that. We'll probably also have a swap table set up, or 2 or 3, whatever we need, for anybody that wants to get rid of some equipment or sell it or swap it, whatever. We'll do that again. It seems to be going over fairly good past couple of years. So we'll see how it goes. Hopefully it'll be a lot cooler by then. We've been having fairly cool weather recently. In fact, it hasn't really been too bad. I think the hottest day I've seen so far is 105, and most days it's been hanging right around 100 degrees here in Rancho Cucamonga. So, 95 to 100, I like that weather. That's good. So I work outside all the time. Nice and warm. My wife likes the house cold, so I go outside and enjoy the heat. But other than that, let's see, I don't think I have anything else for announcements right now, but we'll turn it back to Roland. KC6JPG, WB6HYH. Take it away, Roland.
WB6HYH, KC6JPG. Well, very good there, Tom. It sounds great. Looks like Mexican Fiesta for sure. All right, so that sounds great. And I'm just kind of adjusting my audio right now because it seems to be a little on the low side. Your audio is nice and full and at 0 dB. I'm a little about, let's see, that's getting a little better. Okay. Well, very good. All right, Tom. Well, very good. Sounds like Mexican Fiesta for sure for the summer get-together. So that sounds terrific. And, we're just kind of plugging along, aren't we? So I was hoping that once I get my little dystopian vehicle fixed up, I would be going up to the mountaintops with Gary and do some radio repair. But I still have a problem with the transfer case. It just won't switch over properly. So anyway, you think you found a good guy to repair things, and I just have to return it and say, hey, got it. Let's get it right, guys. Can't go up the mountain in this condition. Anyway, getting to the point where you have to get another vehicle. Help. Anyway, very good, Tom. Thank you very much for that report. We appreciate it. All right, coming up on August 30th to be exact, and that's the annual Digital Amateur Television QSO Party, known as the DATV QSO Party. And it's going to start 5 o'clock p.m. Pacific Daylight Time right here. It's going to start with our Towsley over in the East Coast, and we will be sending that signal to Australia. And, of course, we'll be picking up the Australia feed, simulcasting it into the ATN network. So Art's going to start it off, and then, of course, Peter Cusson, our anchor in Australia, he will basically pick it up and direct things. Then we'll go into the Central Core, and that will be the Rocky Mountain area. And now hopefully Jim Andrews and his team will chime in for the Rocky Mountain portion of it. And then we go to the Amateur Television Network and the W6CX Mount Diablo system. We go to the Arizona systems. Then we go to our chapter stations from around the country and around the world and check in. So remember, team, that we're gonna have a lot of check-ins for the parties. So remember, keep your QSOs at least 3 minutes or less, so that way everyone will have a chance to get in and say hi to each and everybody that is watching us from around the country and around the world. So that's going to be a lot of fun. So mark your calendar, Friday, August 30th, and that's going to start at 5:00 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time. All right. Well, those are the news and bulletins that I have it. Let's see. Repeater health, the repeater updates. Let's see. Santiago Peak. Everything's functioning fine. 2.4 input, 434 input on digital is fine. We just have to work on some parameters between stations on DVB-T and hoping that we match. Either that or we roll back the latest firmware update, because it seems that the latest firmware update, if there's one little parameter that's off, it just seems to be doing flip-flops before it goes. It gets to be solid. So it's not like what it was before. But then again, when people were on MPEG-2 and then switch over to 264, then we have a locked-up receiver, and no one will get in. So, but at least this way, we are getting in this way. And happy to say that we are now fully H.264. It does do MPEG-2, but we prefer everybody using H.264 to minimize the flip-flopping once we get it perfected. If you probably noticed, the blue screen that we have, no, we don't call it the blue screen of death, but the Raspberry Pi is not producing video. So probably a connection problem or something, because you can tell that when the transmitter is on and the controller is on, I do see 0 volts going across my waveform. And so that tells me that the transmitter is on, but there's just no video coming out on the port from the Raspberry Pi. So we'll have to make a trip up there and maybe wiggle or replace a cable and get the Raspberry Pi going. Very good. And let's see here. Mount Wilson. Okay, so with Mount Wilson's situation, they are receiving... So for those that are watching on Mount Wilson, they are receiving the Santiago link, but we cannot see them, coming back. So that's mainly the problem. So we have to go to Mount Wilson and get that fixed. And so that's the problem with Wilson. Oat Mountain. I know that Steve has been up there many times to get things straightened out, and he was recommending some changes that needs to be made for Oat Mountain. So I'm hoping that they'll be able to see us tonight, and hopefully we'll be able to see them during check-ins. So we'll have to check some ports. Snow Peak, we're still having the same audio situation. So for those that are checking in on Snow Peak, just be sure to really back off your microphone so it won't be feedback squeal on you. And of course, we'll get that fixed as soon as we get a vehicle. So right now we're in some nice weather up on the mountaintops. It's usually cooler upstairs, so definitely we'll be able to do that. And of course, we're expecting Mike Hollis to come back sometime within the next couple of weeks, unless he decides to stay on Pitcairn Island. So maybe Gary can give us an update during check-in on that. So Job's Peak, he pretty much shut down Job's Peak while he was out, and so and then of course Santa Barbara, we're continuing to work with Santa Barbara with Rod, and that's the repeater updates as we speak in regards to the Amateur Television Network. All right, so we bring it over to you. Any station on the RF side that'd like to announce any bulletins or announcements before we go into check-ins, please come in at this time. KC6 JPG, Net Control. Stand by, Ron. Stand by. Okay, we're going right into check-ins, and we're going to start with Mount Wilson. Mount Wilson check-ins. Let's go over to Ron, KD6NIZ on the what we call Plan B. Ron, it's great to see you tonight.
Today, and he was on his way to Arizona to take the. His granddaughter back. So that's where he's at. And so, other than that, that's about it here. Back to you guys, KD6NIZ.
KD6NIZ, KC6JPG. Very good, my friend, and it's great to see you and great to hear from you. I had a little bit of an audio situation, so we were doubling there for a moment, but hopefully I got that straightened out very quickly. Very good, Ron. Thank you very, very much for your check-in. Anyone else on Mount Wilson that'd like to check in? If I can see you, if I'd like to check in with the Amateur Television Networks, the Weekly Net, come in at this time. KC6JPG, Net Control. All right, we go to Snow Peak this time, serving the Coachella Valley and the high desert areas of Southern California. And let's go over to Earl, KJ6DQR, and Julie, KJ6FYY in Cathedral City.
Hello, everybody. Earl here. I hope I'm not overdriving. We're here in the Cathedral City Cove, and my boss right there. The weather here, it's cooled off. It's a little cooler, drier, so that's been nice. Busy at work.
It's only 100.
Only 100, yeah. But the humidity's way down, so that's nice. Busy at work. Same old stuff, right? Anyway, enjoying the pool, and what else is happening? I guess that's about it. Hope everybody's doing well. Looking forward to the fiesta. Yeah. Anybody, everybody have a good week.
KJ6DQR, KJ6FYY, KC6JPG. Well, very, very good. Thank you, Earl, and thank you, Julie. Yes, Fiesta is coming. It's going to be great. Very good. Well, enjoy the pool for sure, and we thank you so much for checking in with us. That is wonderful. You guys are looking great, always. Anyone else on Snow Peak that'd like to check in? Actually, yes, I do want to check in somebody, and that's our buddy Keith, N6GKB, over there in Yucca Valley. So let's go to Plan B. And Keith, if you can grow your screen, yeah, we will love to check you in, my friend. This is KC6JPG, Net Control. Okay, but I think Keith might have just walked away for a moment. And anyone else that'd like to check in from Snow Peak, that'd like to check in with the Amateur Television Networks, the Weekly Net, come in at this time. KC6JPG, Net Control. All right, let's go to Oak Mountain this time. See if our buddy Steve is out there. WA6EJO, Ventura. How about Alan, W6IST, Porter Ranch? How about Bob, W6KGE, Simi Valley? Yeah, I think we might be having some linking problems with Oat Mountain. So I'm kind of curious. I may have to turn on a port, and I don't have a radio with me. So great. All right, let's go to Santiago Peak this time. Oh, hi Tom, how you doing? Okay, Tom, sounds great. Okay, let's go to Santiago Peak, then we'll go back over to Oat Mountain because possibly a port might be off. All right, let's go to WB6NOA, Costa Mesa, Gordo.
Wow, well, not a great signal, but hi everybody, Gordo, WB6NOA, and we look forward to the Mexican get-together up at the house against the hills, and that'll be fun. No further traffic at this end, been very busy. WB6, let me get a little bit more light here, there we go. A little bit more, there we go. Gordo, 10 watts, WB6NOA.
WB6NOA, KC6JPG. Very good, Gordo. I'll tell you, when you got the light on, you look great. When that interference is gone, you look really great. Very good, my friend. Thank you for checking in. Say hi to the Susie. Say hi to Susie and the kitties. So it sounds great. Thank you very much for all that you do. All right. Let's go over to Norm, KD6OMV, Riverside. All right, we're going to Rancho Cucamonga, and that's where my buddy Gary Johnson is at. AA6GJ, Gary, how you doing? Gary and Debbie must be on a wonderful vacation, so sounds good. We're going to Running Springs this time. Just go to Gary, W6KVC. Oh, Gare, I hear you, my friend. We're going to Plan B for sure for you. You got it. So let me get things set up here. There we go. All right, W6KVC, KC. There we go. Now I'm jumped back in. All right, very good. W6KVC, KC6JPG. Well, very good. Let's go to Plan B this time. W6KVC, KC6JPG. Go for it, my friend.
Yeah, well, that'll work a little better. Anyway, I don't know if I'm going to be at the Mexican Fiesta because I'll be up in Oregon all through September. Hopefully I'll be back that weekend, but I'll be gone for about 3 weeks hopefully, and whatever. So anyway, we'll just have to wait and play it out by ear. I thought we were going to have a fiesta thing or barbecue in October when it was cooler, but I guess they moved it up a little bit. So Tom, it's going to be a big maybe. We'll plan that one out. So anyway, that's about it. Nothing going on, at least just a little bit cooler and whatever. So, well, back to you, Roland and Annette, and we'll be watching W6KVC.
Yeah, W6KVC, KC6JPG. Well, I hope I will do this, and hopefully you'll be able to make it and participate in a great fiesta get-together. That'd be great. Thank you so much for all you do, Gary. Appreciate you, buddy. Great stuff. All right. I thought I saw Gary Johnson probably popped in there. I'm going to try one more time. Going back to Rancho Cucamonga, AA6GJ, KC6JPG. Gary, you out there tonight?
I did turn on the Oak Mountain link there, so you might try that again. WB6HYH.
WB6HYH, KC6JPG. Very good. Thank you very, very much, my friend. We'll definitely try again with Oak Mountain right after Santiago. That will be wonderful. All right. Well, speaking of, we're going right back to Rancho Cucamonga. We're going right back to WB6HYH for his official check-in. Tom, take it away, buddy.
Okay, I'm back. WB6HYH. Let's see. Didn't do much. My reverse osmosis filtered water system sprung a leak. So I had to clean out under the kitchen sink there and ordered a new part today and took care of that. But it's still leaking. Got a bucket under it to collect it and dump it out every once in a while. So let's see, what else? Been working outside, moved some sprinklers around in the yard, and then I put some sprinklers in my flower beds and stuff like that. And enjoying the weather. Well, let's see, what else? And let's see, got all my antennas up for a change. Gosh, I can't believe I finally got all the antennas I want for right now up on the roof. So we're good there. Going to be looking forward to the California QSO party in October. That's the first weekend in October. Great contest. Love it. Lots of fun. Everybody in the United States is trying to talk to every county of California. And so it makes you like Rare DX. Let's see, what else? Oh, and Gary, last year we had it September 23rd, I think it was, the Saturday. And it was definitely cooler. So hopefully we'll be down cooler again by the end of September. And that's kind of why we're leaning that way. Plus, I got indications from different ones from my email that that would probably be a good weekend. Thought it might be the 14th, and then found out the 14th is actually Route 66 special event. And so we decided, okay, then we're going to switch it to the 21st. So I think that's where it's going to stay at for right now, unless anybody else has a reason we shouldn't. Let's see, other than that, I'm trying to think. Thought I had something else I wanted to say. Going to be going out to the battleship here pretty soon and seeing if I can make some arrangements to bring on some people. I know several people have asked me about going on board the ship there and down in San Pedro, and was hoping to have one of our meetings down there. Maybe the February meeting, the winter meeting. It would be nice to have it on board the ship there, maybe get more participation. But anyways, we'll see how that works out. They're doing a lot of work down there right now. They're building a pavilion just off the on shore there from the battleship. It's going to include some park area, I guess, and some other things. I need to go down there and get all the details, find out what's going on. But they're doing some big refurbishments down on the battleship, and great things are going on there. So I'm trying to get more involved with that again, and see how we can. They asked us to put a ATV station on board the ship, and I've never followed up. Mike and I were going to work on that, and then Mike kind of flew the coop here for a while, so that kind of got set aside. But we were hoping to have it for Fleet Week, which is down there in the battleship area, and completely missed that this last year. Let's see, when was it? Last month, I guess. But anyways, we're hoping to get a ATV station set up on the battleship there, and it'll give us more reason to bring more ATV people on board the ship there and have a good time. So anyhow, that's about all I've got from here. Roland, let me turn it back to you. WV6HYH in Rancho Cucamonga. Take it away, Roland.
WB6HYH, KC6JPG. Well, very good, Tom. Well, that sounds exciting about the battleship. I mean, that would be really cool to not just to do a meeting there, but do a live ATV event up there too. So I think that'd be a really great thing to have and to feature, and kind of like what we do with SBMS, and have a live like a live situation, whether it be taking our ATEMs and hit stream on air. we'll have RF, preferably RF. So that would be really, really cool. We'll definitely talk more about that. That'd be really a treat. So very good, Tom. Thank you for all that you do, my friend. Wow, you're really, really promoting ATV and ATN. We really appreciate you, buddy. Thank you so much. All right. Let's see. Anyone else on? Well, actually, you know what? I'm going to go over to Keith, N6GKB. I know I was mentioning about snow, and then you know what? That's Tom's brother. So, Keith, it's great to see you, my friend. How's it going?
Well, for one, I'm glad to be out of my prison cell. I had injured my foot pretty badly there for a while, and I was in the acute care center out here for a month, and it's glad to be back. But my shack here is a total disaster. You don't even want to see what's in front of me. Yeah, I got to get this place put back together, because when I left and hurt myself, it was right before field day, and I had torn everything apart, packed up everything in boxes, getting ready to pack up to get do the field day event here that we do here, that I'm usually in charge of. And yeah, when I came home, everything was still in the boxes right where I left it, of course. So yeah, I'm trying to unpack, get my stuff put back together. And oh yeah, Tom, I got a question for you. I thought at one point I had heard that they were relocating the Iowa to another berth there somewhere. They're not doing that anymore. They'll stay right where it's been now. How's that going?
Okay, yeah, I'm an RF person, so I'm doing this RF. Yeah, they were going to move it because they're, where the old, what was that called? Seaport or something village there, there in San Pedro, the old port, something or other they called it. Seaport Village or something. Anyways, they tore all that stuff down. It's all been torn down. They're building a brand new state-of-the-art facility there. It's going to have an amphitheater and all kinds of stuff. And the question was if we would want to move the battleship over into that area more. It's not too far from where the battleship is currently, and it was going to cost an outrageous amount of money to do the move. So instead of doing that, they're just making a lot of improvements and building a pavilion right close to the battleship there that will house, I'm not even really sure. That's why I want to get down there and get more details, but I think it's going to have like a restaurant of its own and some other historical things there at the pavilion, and plus a park outside of its own and everything. And it looks like from the drawings I've seen, they're going to add some trees out in the parking lot, which would be kind of nice. The parking lot looks kind of scary. And so, yeah, they're planning on a lot of improvements, which they have started already. So just to answer your question and let everybody else know. Good question. And I'll turn it back to you there, Keith. WB6HYH.
Okay, just wanted to clear up that thought I had in my head because I had thought I heard something, but with all that improvements and everything, it'll sound like they're going to build their own little seaport right there. So, whatever. That'd be great. And still promote the Iowa and, bring more people there, of course. That's probably what they're trying to do. Of course, that's the whole idea. So hope it works out. And one of these days I'll get down there, might as well soon and see it. But like I said, for me here, I'm going to work on unpacking and trying to get my ham shack back on the air. It'd be nice to be able to do that event you said that's coming up and stuff. And I do have an HF at a G5RV that's technically within a day or two I could have hooked up and an HF rig here. So, yeah, I got enough stairs in front of me to get it done if I work at it hard enough. But we'll see what happens the next few days. I've had to put my house back together. It's just been a disaster laying here. My son does live with me, but he's been working so much he's never here. He just comes home, goes to bed, leaves in the morning. So, yeah, and you can tell from behind me, I'm not going to put the camera down. Usually, if you can look behind me lower, forget it. I look more like what's his name over there in Hesperia? Remember his garage? Forgot his name. Anyhow, yeah, it's a disaster, but we're working at that, getting our hams shack together, back on the air, and all that cool stuff. So, other than that, I'm feeling great. My foot's back in 100%, and hey, can't ask for much more than that. So glad to see all you guys on here tonight. I did pull a Tom board. I forgot the net was going, so he texted me this time and told me, "Hey, net." So I'm here, made it. So we're glad to see all your faces. Manuel, that dirty look of yours, give me that rotten eye. I can't even get up my camera. Yeah, okay, whatever. Anyhow, I miss all you guys. It's been great. So I know I checked in a couple times from the care center, but on my phone. But it's never the same when I'm here and home and have a nice surrounding house. So glad to see all you guys. Everything's going good. Can't wait for the Mexican Fiesta. Yeah, always good for that kind of food. And yeah, hopefully we see everybody. Hopefully, everybody that can make it, we'll see you here. N6GKB, Yucca Valley.
N6GKB, KC6JPG. Wow, Keith, that is terrific. Well, I'm glad you're doing well. And, there's lots of contesting coming up. Like I said, DATV QSO party in August. And looking at the California QSO party coming up. So a lot of activity coming up on amateur radio. So definitely take advantage of that. Get those transmitters out and use that RF. And you're right, Tom. RF, number one. And of course, here we do hybrid. You know why? We link many people together, and that's what it's all about. You got it. And there, see, it's got to be 8 o'clock now because now I'm being interfered with on the repeater. Now here we go again. Yeah, little Mr. Max Headroom once again. Jeez. All right. Yeah. It's crazy. All right. Anyone else on Santiago Peak that'd like to check in with the Amateur Television Network's The Weekly Net? Come in at this time. KC6JPG Net Control.
I'm going to jump in here one more time. And I just wanted to say that everybody else out there that's not on RF and not in California or anywhere, everybody's invited. If you check into the ATN net, you're invited. So, you know, Arizona, Nevada, let's see, where else we got? Oh, Steven back there. Everybody, you want to jump on a plane? Wolfgang, you've been here before. Come on, jump on a plane, come out. We'll be glad to have everybody here. So, anyways, with that, turn it back to you, Roland. WB6HYH.
There you go. We will definitely mention this during the DATV QSO party, and we'll invite all of our friends from New Zealand, Australia, just like what Dennis just said. You got it, bud. That will be great. Oh my gosh. Yeah, there you go. The Mexican Fiesta is going to be in Hawaii, right? That would be funny. All right. Any other RF check-ins as we speak on the Amateur Television Network's RF side of things? KC6JPG, come and check in. W6IST KC6JPG. Alan, I got you checked in, but wow, talk about motorboating. That was video motorboating, but we got you, we saw you, and we heard you. And thank you very, very much for your check-in. Terrific. Got you checked in. Watch the replay on YouTube. Anyone else on the RF side, on the Amateur Television Network that like to check in, that didn't get to check in yet, come in at this time. KC6JPG, Net Control. All right, we're going to our chapter stations from around the country and around the world, and we're going to be starting with Massachusetts, Framingham, Massachusetts to be exact, and that's where our buddy Steven is at, KC1 LPZ. Steven, what a great treat to see you again. Thank you so much for coming in on the Amateur Television Network's The Weekly Net.
It's my pleasure to see you, Roland, and everyone else on the net here. I enjoy this net very, very much, and I had too many other things on my plate. My plate was overflowing. I had to take care of my grandson. My daughter works in the night shift, so and my wife had just returned home from rehab from a virus that really knocked the hell out of her, and so things are starting to get back to normal again, which is nice. Last Saturday, I actually was with some ham buddies from the Wellesley Club doing a POTA activation. And 20 meters wasn't too bad, but I had to switch because there were too many guys on 20 meters, and the rest of the bands weren't that good. And this weekend, 20 meters was pretty dead. So I'm hoping that the bands start opening up so that I can start getting active again. What else? I think, Sebastian is asleep now, so I don't trouble. And that's about it. I had a little bit of a surgery on my lip. I had a cancerous tumor. That was a few weeks ago. And the surgeon did a great job. I don't think you can see anything, any scar or anything like that on my lower lip. And I got cataract surgery coming up August 5th. And so Danielle is slated to take me there. And
Could have been indicted.
that's about it. So maybe I'll be able to see a little better, especially for night driving. It's been tough. So, and I've been taking Sebastian to the playground, and I've taken a good nap after that. But no, actually, he's been tired and going to bed at a reasonable hour. And the only thing that scares me about that is if he crawls into some place, I ain't crawling in there unless the fire department is there. So that's about it. KC1 LPZ, back over to you, Roland. KC6 JPG. This is KC1 LPZ. Back over to the net.
KC1 LPZ, KC6 JPG. Very good, Stephen. Well, I tell you, your surgeon did a fantastic job. You look terrific, my friends. So keep it up. You got it. So thank you. Wow. And you've been busy, and Sebastian's keeping you running around and staying healthy. And the very best on the cataract surgery for sure. You got it. That means you'll be seeing all of my blemishes and dimples now. Very good, Stephen. And tell Danielle that we said hi to and we miss her. So hopefully we'll be able to see both her and Sebastian very, very soon. We're going to New York this time, and that's where our buddy Manny is at, the angel of the amateur television network. M2, N2, MJF, KC6, JPG. Manny, great to see you, my friend. How's it going?
It's going good here. I'm looking at the Olympics. The Americans are having a go rush, and it's beautiful. Other than that, 77 degrees. Yeah, I would show up in the airport wearing all black. I like intimidating the tourists in New York City. I say, welcome to New York City. We love having fresh meat, and we love having guests drop by.
Just for dinner.
See, this is the reason why we have the angel of the amateur television network right here to protect us. Exactly. So, Manny, you rock star, you. Enjoy the gold rush. Yes, enjoy the Olympics for sure. So very, very good, my friend. Thank you so much for checking in. We appreciate you, bud. Awesome. I'll tell you, just like Steven, I enjoy these nets. You guys are just rock stars out there. Very good. All right. We're going to go over to Minnesota this time, and that is where our buddy John is at. Let's see. Sorry, I cannot turn your cam on for a moment. Well, okay, that means I have to mute me. So wait a minute. I'm supposed to go out. Let's see. Let's see here. Oh, no. Wrong camera. Okay. So let's go over to John. And AF7PA, KC6JPG. Okay, looks like we got too many screens. So if you already checked in, please minimize your screens so other people can check in. That will be awesome. And so let's go ahead and check in, John. AF7PA, KC6JPG. John, I'll tell you. Hey, you made it in the room, my friend, and you're looking terrific. How you doing tonight?
Well, I'm a cool kid. After 3 days without air conditioning, I fired it up today, and I don't know. I may have to go put a sweater on and have a hot toddy. It's 76 outside, but I'm sure I left the thermostat and AC about 65. So I think test complete. I'm gonna turn it up. Except for the air conditioning, there's not much going on here. We had a weather scare, but it didn't materialize. No tornadic activity. So that's good. I'll have to find some new trouble to get into tomorrow because I'm done with the air conditioning for now. I'll have to make some tin work, but that'll have to wait for a weekend. RF wise, I'm ready to put up my antenna in the backyard. No towers yet, but we're going to use the shed and some pine trees that are up on the bank, and I'll probably put a sloper or two up there. So it's a big yard. I got plenty of room to do things, and I don't think I can quite get video to your location though. I might have to send a pigeon for that one. So okay, it's good watching everybody tonight. I'd sure like to come to the fiesta. I wouldn't rule it out. So we'll see what happens. AF7PA hiding in Monticello.
AF7PA KC6JPG. Very good, John. I'll tell you, my week and a half of hiding in Minnesota recharged the batteries, and it was awesome. Awesome. So man, I'm ready to go. I can't wait till next year. So it's going to be great, and hoping that we'll be getting back there again during the wintertime too, so we can visit family for Christmas. So very good, John. Well, thank you so much for checking in with us. Terrific. Appreciate you, buddy. We're going to Florida this time, and that is where our net control for the Amateur Television Network Florida chapter is at, and that is KV4ATV. Wolf, great to see you, my friend, and how's it going? KC6JPG, net control.
Well, been hot as Hades down here from time to time. We've had heat indices over here popping 130 plus with humidity up around 99. You West Coasters don't want to hear those kind of humidity readings. That's like go outside, take a bath, and dry off on the way back in the house. Anyway, we have been, Ron's over there laughing. He's been there, done that. He lives only a couple of miles to my northwest from me. So, anyhow,
a couple of times
I've been tracking all this new stuff going on down there. It's kind of one of the strange ones that's coming across off the Atlantic, but it's got so much shear on it and so much Sahara dust mixed into it. We're not seeing any participatable buildup of this thing, but the main part of it is what little cone they are drawing, is targeted for Florida of all places. Welcome to Florida, I guess, the hurricane capital of the United States outside of Louisiana. So other than that, we've been working on stuff real heavy, still going to school, fighting medical issues as usual, like most of us that belong to the over half century club. This Friday, I've got to go in for some new evaluations of stuff that, thank goodness, I don't have to pay for. They're paying for all of it, but I'm going to be most of the day out there, and MRIs, CETs, and all these other three-letter alphabet medical whatever they are going on. I'm like, just whatever you do.
Medical alphabet soup.
Yeah, medical alphabet soup I've got to go through. And I don't even want to know what in the world that would cost. But anyhow, thing of it is, all I can say is whatever you do not dissect me. Okay, that's all I'm asking. I want to be able to go home in one piece without a bunch of stitches. So they're looking at putting me at 100% disabled from work and increasing my my disability and retirement and stuff, which, good God, Roland, I think I've earned it with all I've been through. So we're working on that and real heavy into the meteorology with this new nowcasting system that I am really loving, that gets all the way down to ground level, even through at nighttime with our RGB. We can see hail cores, we can see rotation, we can see buildups even before it shows up on ground-based radar. We know it's coming. We can see fog building at ground level through the clouds. And your ground-based radars and stuff refresh what? Average, what is that, Roland? Correct me if I'm wrong, anywhere between 3 to 5, maybe 7 minutes. It'll update the ground radar, what you're seeing on the normal stuff, but ours will refresh every 60 seconds. So that's why they call it nowcasting, not forecasting. So we are pretty damned rapid on this stuff, but it's really, really intense. You better have some background in meteorology and stuff, or I tell you what, you're going to be deep diving over your head with not much air to breathe. I didn't do too bad. I gave it my all on my first section of it and stuff. Missed one damn question, came out with a 95 on my exam. So, well, so much for me acing it. But I tried. Anyhow, that's what we got going here in Florida. So I will turn it back over to you and let you switch over to our VP over here, KK4YZE Ron, here in the Panama City, Lynn Haven area. KB4 ATV, Panama City, Cedar Grove, Lynn Haven.
KE4 ATV, KC6 JPG. Thank you so much, Wolfie, for all that information regarding the National Weather Service and nowcasting. We appreciate all the work that you're doing. So thank you so much for that. Excellent. Continuing with Panama City, we're going to go to our buddy Ron, KK4YZE. Ron, great to see you. And looks like you have your special guest with you. Ron, take it away.
I do. This is my second son, Jacob. He's 36. Hard to believe, isn't it? He spends half the year with me and half the year with his mother up in Cincinnati, Ohio. So kind of going along with what Wolfie said, we make a game out of the weather, and that is to get in and out of a building or in and out of the vehicle between storms. So we don't get too many showers a day. Other than that, you need to take a bottle of shampoo and soap with you and an extra towel in the vehicle. So I made it in and out twice and got soaked once today. I didn't do too bad. Just still busy doing medical appointments, doctor's appointments, therapies for my back and the rest of my body, and got some VA appointments coming up. So hopefully that'll be remedies some situations. Other than that, not much is going on. Wolf gave us a good weather report. So with that, I'll bid you all adieu till next week. KK4YZE signing out from sunny and wet, damp.
Very good. KK4YZE, KC6JPG. And like I said, my friend, thank you very much for your service, my friend. So thank you. As a matter of fact, Marianne just got back from Montgomery, Alabama, dropping off our youngest son to the Air Force OTC. So you got it. So he's in, and he'll plan to graduate on the 27th of September. So we're looking forward to seeing a very, very special day of pomp and circumstance, and a very proud serviceman within the Hoffman family. So, Ron, thank you so much for chiming in. Thanks for checking in. And like I said, thank you for protecting our freedoms, because you are the true hero, and with the true heroes that we have here in the United States. So thank you for all your service. Appreciate you, buddy. Very good. All right, we are now going to Arizona this time, and I believe let's go over to Mesa, Arizona, and that's where our buddy Rod is at, WB9 KMO. So, Rod, it's great to see you tonight, my friend, and what's new?
Hello. Let's see, what is new? A lot of things that you can't tell that they're new. I'm shaping up the ship here a little bit, but don't have anything new to report quite. Got a lot of spaghetti on my desk here that I'm clearing up and trying to get everything working and minimize things that I'm not using anymore. Let's see, what is new? Well, we're still planning our summer meeting on August 10th. I might be the only one attending it, but right now it looks like we will try to have that in Gilbert at the Golden Corral. And I still have to get feedback from everybody. I asked for feedback and got none. So I'm making an executive decision. We'll see how it works out. So that's new. Other than that, making progress on some of the RF gear here to get on ATV with RF and get a lot of things working. It's kind of like I used to have things half working. Now they're 3/4 working, but I need to start getting some of them working 100%. And that goes for the SRT feed too. I still don't know why that's not working. And I just have a lot of different projects going on. I have to focus on one at a time so I can get something done. None of you have ever encountered that, I'm sure. Otherwise, I've got some really good food brewing here in the background. Cheryl's working in the kitchen, and boy, does it smell good. Looking forward to that. That's about all I've got to report right now. I'll be around throughout the evening here. So take it away, Roland. A great net tonight. I love to see so many check-ins, and I'm sorry you have trouble with RF. So do we all. Back to you. WB9 KMO, Mesa, Arizona, Thunder Mountain.
WB9 KMO, KC6JPG. Very good, Rod. Well, thank you very much for checking in. And yeah, well, right now the RF has improved quite greatly, so which is great. So my picture coming back on Santiago Peak is doing very, very well at the moment. So I'm knocking on wood. Hard. So doing great. I know about projects, my friend. Believe me, it's like, slow and steady wins the race. But boy, things pop up in a moment's notice. Doing our SRT projects, and guess what? I get a call from our sales department in Pomona, and their computer crashed. So here I go with my emergency backpack kit containing ADA and SATA SATA connectors to connect drives, and doing rescues and things like that. And luckily, all I had to do is just put a Ubuntu stick in to run the PC, transfer files, and then now we just simply see if we can resurrect the hard drive, and we just reformat it, and then put the operating system back, and then they'll be up and running tomorrow. So things happen, man. Things happen. One item to report. Go ahead, Rod.
Okay. Very important. This Saturday is the first Saturday of the month. So we have our mesh networking and ATV workshop at my house from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. So everybody within the sound of my voice and everybody in between is invited. We usually get a dozen or so people popping up, and we cover all kinds of subjects, whatever anybody is interested in talking about. Generally focuses on mesh networking. There's a lot about Meshtastic right now, which is loosely related. A lot of excitement there, though, and so we're trying to tap into that. And we do ATV and demonstrate all of these things for newbies, and try to help people who are trying to make progress, and try to get mentors in here, Elmers, so that they can help people out. And we usually have a pretty good mix of that stuff. So we have a good time. It's like a party, but we play with ham radio and make a lot of progress. So you're all invited. Come on down. And let's see, one last item. I would love to attend that barbecue you guys are planning, but I'm going to be in Wisconsin. That's the day that my niece is getting married in northern Wisconsin. So I don't even know if I can check in. There's going to be a lot going on that day. I might not be able to check in on whereby, but I will try. That's it. I guess that was more than one item that I forgot. That happens when you get old. Back to you, WB9 KMO.
That's what happens when you get old. WB9 KMO KC6JPG. Download the Whereby app. Plug in ATN-TV. Click, you're in. Hey, can't be more easier than that. We have an app now. You know it. Whereby. You got it. Download it. So Android, Google, or Android, Apple, you name it. So do it to it. Very good, Rod. Thank you so much for checking in. And yeah, we'll definitely like to pop in with the Mesh Network, and definitely love to talk more about networking television and how we can improve things. And like I said, the Arden system is just, with this new WireGuard that with their software now, or their firmware now, it just seems to be really improved my AC3 experience. And it's just, the boys are doing great. I'll tell you that right now. So I'm really enjoying what the Arden has, looking at the services, all kinds of stuff. So it's just been a terrific outpour. And Wolfie, I don't know if you realize it, but yes, we had an event that happened. I believe it was last Friday. It was originally a 5.1 earthquake. Actually, it was yesterday, I believe. 5.1, and downgraded to a 4.7. So hey, rock and roll here in Southern California as always. So we're on the ready too. Go Kits. You didn't feel anything. Wow. Yeah, and you're closer. Keith, you're closer. It's all good, my friend. Very good. Well, thank you again, Rod, for checking in with us. We really appreciate it. And now we're going to go over to Tucson this time. And that's where our buddy Joel is at, KD6W, KC6JPG. Joel, great to see you.
Hi, Roland. This is Joel, KD6W in Tucson. Currently, we got 90 degrees, so it's actually a little bit cooler than it has been in the past this time of day. But it's been great weather out here. We're having
So funny.
what's the matter, Manny?
The box next to the temperature readout.
Oh, that's our sponsor. Yeah, brought to you by Bitch. Yeah. So anyway, you have to have your sponsor to pay for all the weather graphics, don't you know? So anyway,
Man, that's so funny.
I'm glad you like it. Next time, you'll probably see our new sponsor from Damn It All. Okay, so
From the makers of
weekend was
Geritol?
eventful. Yes, exactly. Well, it's whatever pains you.
Damn it all.
You take a Damn It All. Yes, right. So
I got a straight jacket on.
okay. So the weekend was pretty eventful. We went up to Mount Lemon. Let's go to photo mode. Hey, look at this. So this is approximately our new home for ATN Tucson. So this is Mount Lemon. You can see the burned up trees. There's your evidence. But so anyway, this is the new perspective location. It has some old microwave dishes from back when this was a TV station downlink facility. So basically, it has a bunch of extra stuff on it that needs to get removed. If you look off in the distance on this photo right here, that's Henry's tower. So he's actually getting his tower back together. This is Union Pacific, and this is like Highway Patrol over here in the foreground. Anyway, so this is our neighbor next to us, and this, in fact, anybody that remembers, that hut that was the home for ATN Tucson. But so that's the one we got priced out of. They raised the price too much, and so we're out. So basically, this is our neighbor, another ham, and I was up there. We were there to help him sorting out some stuff on a 900 megahertz radio. As you can see, he's getting ready to pour a new tower foundation. He lost his tower at the same time when Henry lost his. But this time he's putting up a self-supporting, so it's a 3-leg tower. And so this is essentially $22,000 in rebar, but they can't bring the concrete trucks up because there's a particular kind of owl that burrows in the ground, and this is its nesting season. So we have to wait till the end of August before the cement trucks will come up, and then it's going to cost them about $40,000 in concrete kind of thing to fill this thing. It's going to be one massive block, so that's going to be fun to watch. There's the video, and this is what it looks like from the top of Mount Lemon. It's blue skies until you see a bunch of towers. So basically, this is the inside. It's kind of dirty, but it's an older shack. Lots of overhead room. This is where the TV transmitter side used to be at. Those are the current tenants over there on that side. And so this is the view from that tower location looking to the northwest. So as you can see, the vegetation drops off pretty steep at this particular site. So we won't have any problem looking towards White Tanks. So somewhere off in the distance over there is White Tanks. And another picture of the same thing. And more of the same, and look at all those penetrations. Anyway, so this is our potential new home. So we will be climbing probably in September. We don't know any dates yet. We have to find that out as part of our deal to be able to move our system into their site. I have to organize a tower climbing team and some other people on the ground to be able to help us pull down some of those big dishes kind of thing, because the current owner has no use for those dishes. It's an old 7 gig system, so it's barely useful to anybody, but it is a lot of copper, so it's worth a lot of money these days, don't you know? But so basically, when we're able to clear all that stuff out, it'll free up a ton of real estate on his tower for more tenants, and that's what he's looking for. And so we will be one of the new ones, but basically he's looking to add some more. He's got plenty of space. He is a ham. He operates a WISP, a wireless internet service provider service to people that live in the surrounding area, around the ranches and in that area kind of thing, where they have no choice of getting access to internet other than Starlink or Prime or one of those other providers kind of thing. And so he's an alternative provider. In any case, that was the big news for the weekend. Basically, I've been on the phone and emails, sending out a bunch of contact information, basically hooking up with people to get ready for the first weekend in August. Well, it's the first of 2 weekends. It's the 17th through the 19th. It's the 10 and up contest. Of course, this is one of our big things. That's what we do, and we love doing it. And we've won in the past, and we want to win again. So basically, I'll be starting from Bakersfield because that's where the highest density of operators I've determined. It's not here in Arizona, unfortunately, but maybe I can drag some with me. Hint, hint, wink, wink. Basically, we want more people in one place. So I'm so familiar with a lot of the operators from SBMS 50 and up and so forth. It's like shooting fish in a barrel, and that's what makes it fun. And that's why we do it. So in any case, looking forward to that. There will be more to come. And so we will probably shoot some video during that event. I have some video here somewhere. I just have to, I need to edit a story out. So basically you can see what's changed over time, because it's not only just gray hair. It's like, I can't jump up and down the back of my truck as fast as I used to. That's one. Anyway, we hope to have more of that to come. It's a lot of fun. And so back to you, Roland. This is Joel, KD6W in Tucson. Take it away, Roland.
KD6W, KC6JPG. Man, you've been busy. That's exciting. Yeah. I'll tell you, $40,000 to pour concrete. Holy smokes, that's crazy.
Concrete's not cheap.
No, concrete is not cheap.
Only take
Copper's not cheap. Labor's not cheap.
Exactly.
Oh, man. The days of volunteering and lugging sacks of concrete to a mountaintop is something few and far between these days, especially when you need a rugged foundation. So, and
it's cheap by the mob.
So it's truck delivery, and they're only loading half loads because the trucks can't take all the weight up the hill. So that means more trucks, and then they're actually going to get a pumper.
So you got more logistics, more trucks, more labor, and you got to pour at the same time, or you're really in trouble. So
it's going to take a day.
Yeah, exactly. How many yards do you think that's going to require? About 50, 60 yards?
No. He mentioned what it was. It was over 140, I think.
Oh my gosh! Wow, that's
140 cubic yards.
That's a lot of jackets.
That's not only deep pad, but it's got to rise up too. So
it's mass.
So forming is going to be even more intense.
Well, the form is already, you saw the form is basically a square hole in the ground filled with a bunch of rebar, but where you saw those round parts,
the round reinforcements, the round cold rolls.
Yeah, that's just for the footing of the tower, but it's all concrete. It's solid concrete.
Solid concrete. Exactly. Wow.
Because it's about the mass. So basically, the size of the tower dictates the size of the block you have to put in the ground.
And how high that tower is going to be?
100 foot.
100 foot. Okay, very good.
Yep.
Well, definitely.
Yeah, because he doesn't have a big vegetation issue.
Okay.
So
very good. Yep. But yeah, 100 foot and, wind load and all that. Yeah, that's a very stout foundation. So, wow, that's very impressive.
And because he used to be on a single Roan 65 and guide, that went down. That's why he went to self-supporting, because you have to understand, Mount Lemmon takes a large amount of abuse. I mean, it gets winds and ice loading. They get lenticular ice that sticks off horizontally like almost a foot.
Mm-hmm.
So if you ever go up there on a snowcat or take the ski lift, go look at the towers. It's all, blown
all
snow
full of that
up
rime
there.
ice, basically. Yeah.
Rime ice. You get
Very dangerous stuff. Believe me, we see it at Santiago too.
Very heavy.
So, it takes things down. Oh, if you don't have ice, if those ice shields are not well secure, yikes! Yeah, you'll be doing some maintenance
huge.
for sure. Exactly.
Yeah, they're huge. You have to have chain hoist to be able to move those things. So, and I have some other block and tackle stuff, but basically I'm going to be working with a couple of the cactus guys that have all the gin poles and the chain hoist. And, basically we're going to be pulling out all the stops to be able to help Joe clean off his tower. So it's going to be a lot of work. It's not funny.
No, exactly. Very serious work, but we definitely appreciate this. This is going to be great for not just amateur radio, but ATN as well. So Joel, thank you. Wow. What a job. What a project. Well, thank you very much for checking in, Joel. And we'll definitely be seeing you on the roundtable later on. You got it. And that's going to be a lot of fun. That's our afternet, the after party on our Whereby channel. You got it. All right, continuing on. I'm checking to see if we have Rod out there or not, or Lee are out there or not, because all of a sudden he stopped his stream. So I don't know what happened. But Lee, if you're out there, we'd love to check you in and grow your screen. Other than that, we're going to go to Las Vegas, and that's where our buddy Dennis is at, KA7HQP. Dennis, it's great to see you again, my friend. And how's it going in Vegas?
Good. The temperature's very mild. 106 degrees, between 4 and 5% relative humidity. So it nothing for us. Very, very nice, pleasant weather out. Interesting thing on the news, though, heard of a woman who went out barefoot in Vegas when it was hot and got second-degree burns on her feet. She was just running from her apartment to the car, and I guess she didn't want to put any shoes on, and she's all laid up. The other thing is in what was it? I think Death Valley, California. Somebody was in flip-flops and came out of their flip-flops and got third-degree burns on their feet out there. So that person's not going to be walking for a long time and may require skin grafts because third degree is pretty bad. Mm-hmm. So, you think about people doing that. Don't walk your pets out in the heat. Don't ever do that. They are subject to a lot of sore paws and a lot of damage as well. So always be considerate of your pets. A lot of people forget that. All right, nothing else new. Very quiet in Vegas. We did, in fact, Cindy and I were out yesterday, and we did see a traffic accident that the car was overturned. So in the middle of the intersection. So somebody decided they were going to do something pretty fast or pretty reckless, or somebody decided to give them a hand, I guess. And no word on if anybody got hurt. But that's about all I got. Back to you, Roland in the net. This is KA7HQP in Vegas.
KA7HQP, KC6JPG. Dennis, always great to see you. Thank you very, very much. And yes, there's our public service announcement right there. It is getting hot and hot and hot. I'll tell you, it's a setting of London broil out there and cooking feet. So, yeah, third-degree burns is very, very serious. That's when it goes right. Basically, it just disintegrates your skin altogether. Now you're into tissue, and that is very serious. A lot of, if you don't take care of it right away, you definitely get a lot of infection out there. And you're right. You'll be off your feet for a while. So protect those.
Good thing, you reach for a door handle on a car.
Yep.
Be careful.
Exactly. I remember those days of chrome, those chrome door handles of the 80s cars that my mom and dad had, and you use your finger and yeah, exactly. Very, very hot. All right, Dennis, thank you so much for checking in, buddy. Great stuff. All right. Yeah. Oh.
And I reach over on the door handle. I put my cloth shirt under the darn thing to open it.
Yep, that's called protection. You got it. personal protective equipment at all costs. Welcome. Yeah, well, welcome to California, too. Exactly. You got it. All right, we're going to circulate back to California this time, and that's where our buddy Dylan is at. N6MX. It's great to see you, Dylan, once again, and thank you very, very much for checking in with the net. So, Dylan, what's happening?
Hey, Roland and the net. Yeah, it's good to come and be back on. I'm on Whereby today. No RF yet. I did try setting it up. We were lucky to get a PC Electronics transmitter from one of our club members who donated it. And I tried setting it up here in the W6TRW shack, but I don't think it's ready quite yet. I just found out today that the antenna situation on the roof is not what I expected it to be. I thought we had a separate UHF and 1200 megahertz antenna on the roof, but it turns out that it's actually just a tri-bander vertical, and we have a triplexer down here in the room that's going to 3 different radios. So it's not what I thought it was, and I don't think I can get into the repeater today, but I haven't given up. I think the next step is getting some good antennas up there, and I'll try again after that. But other than that, everything's been going well. Let's see, we had a really good field day at W6TRW. We did QRP again, which we did last year. And last year we racked up 8,000 and some points with 5 transmitters. And this year we did 9,000 and some. So we beat last year's score, and we had an even better time this year. All battery power as well. No generators or anything. And then let's see, what else here? I found out that the Rochester VHF group has some 10 and 24 gigahertz feed horns available. It's the W1GHZ design. And I went ahead and ordered one. And I've also got a friend down here in Culver City area that's also getting into microwave, and he wanted one as well. So it should be arriving tomorrow, and we're getting prepared for the upcoming 10 gigahertz contest. So I've got an Omni slot antenna right now. I'm looking forward to upgrading that to a dish and this new feed horn. So that's pretty much all the news I've got. And thank you for all the hard work that you're putting into the club and the website and everything that you and Tom are doing. I really appreciate that. And looking forward to the Fiesta coming up in September. Back to you, N6MX.
N6MX, KC6JPG. Hold on, Wolfie, hold on. M6MX, KC6JPG. Well, Dylan, thank you very, very much for chiming in, my friend. And wow, you've been busy. Field day and getting the ATV station up and getting that all prepared. That's terrific. Yeah, tri-band verticals. I have a tri-band vertical. Not too good for ATV. So definitely.
Yeah, it's not quite what I expected it to be. I thought we had something better up there, but we don't get up on the roof too often because of safety issues. But
oh, very good.
Yep,
well, I know you're going to get it
step.
happening, so that's going to be terrific. And I know that when Mike gets back, him and I will probably go up to Mount Wilson and take care of that 5.9 problem and get Mount Wilson back up to snuff again. So this way that, yes, you can operate Mount Wilson locally. That'd be great. It's just that we're missing part of the link going to Santiago. So we're going to get that all fixed up once Gary and I get up to Santiago, and then we get up to Mount Wilson, and then we get our link back. But locally, the repeaters are working, so which is great. So and as a matter of fact, Dylan, he kind of instigated a great idea about, sometimes we don't have members checking in every week, and that will kind of prompted a kind of a monthly newsletter. So, and that's exactly what we're going to start doing in August. Starting in August, we're going to start basically putting out like a 4, 6, or 8 page newsletter, just kind of give you what's going on with the repeaters, what's going on with the members, and what events are coming up, like our DATV QSO parties and our barbecue events and things like that, especially throughout the summertime and the fall and the winter. that's coming up through 2024. So Dylan, thank you very much for instigating that. So we appreciate it because that's highly needed. And of course, our new website, we're going to get that all updated with all brand new material, including repeater updates and things like that. So Dylan, thanks for checking in. Appreciate you.
Thank you, and thanks for doing the newsletter too.
You're very
Back to you.
You're very, very welcome. Thank you so much. Great stuff. All right. So Wolfie, you had a question. So I'm going back to you. KV4ATV, KC6JPG. Wolf, go ahead.
Yeah, Dylan, if you see my call sign up there, kilovolt 4 amateur television, KV4ATV. Any of those 10 gigahertz feed horns, if there's some available, could you shoot me an email and let me know how much those things cost? Because I am interested in one, please.
Yeah, absolutely. They're $250. I think it's about $18 shipping or something along those lines. So it's the Rochester VHF group. You could do a Google search for Rochester VHF group and dual band feed horn. It should come right up.
Excellent stuff. Very good. There you go. See, that's the great thing about having our nets, because we have, share stories and swap tails and swap equipment and swap gear. You got it. Love it. All right. Well, like I said, Dylan, thank you very much for chiming in. We really, really appreciate it. Excellent. All right, let's go. And I'm hoping he's watching, and I'm hoping he's laughing with us. And that is our buddy over in Tasmania. And that's our buddy Tony, VK7AX, KC6JPG. If you are out there, go ahead and grow your screen. And so as you're doing that, we're going to go over to the anchor of the Amateur Television Network. And also, he's the net control for the W6CX Mount Diablo Amateur Television Group. And that's our buddy Jim, K6SOE, KC6JPG. Jim, always great to see you, my friend. How's it going?
Well, good evening, Roland in the net. Things are doing pretty good here today. Just got a piece of important hardware here. A big fat extension cord that I can hook up to my 3 kW inverter, and then run the complete radio station here, including HF linear off the solar panels. So I'll be testing that out tomorrow, because right now the solar panels aren't doing very well at all, and I'm not sure why. Seems like they do much better in the daytime than at night. So that's what's going on here. Other than that, I did have an automotive snafu that I went out last night to try and go to the store and push the button on the car to unlock it, and it wouldn't unlock. And I thought my key fob was dead, but I figured out that my main battery in the car decided to absolutely quit. I've never had one do this before. Usually they, slowly go dead, and you can tell that they're on their last leg. But this is the only one that went completely dead. Must have been a mechanical failure in the battery that did something. But I have to say that it was the OEM battery, and it only lasted me 10 years. So I'm not really too excited about having to replace it. So other than that, everything else is doing good. We'll send it back to net, and it's great to see 18 people out here tonight, and we'll be around here for a little bit. That there you go. There's the 2.5 hour alarm for the net.
Here you go. Hey, I'll tell you, not only we had 18 people here on our chapter stations, but we also had, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 check-ins on RF tonight. So, hey, what a net tonight. This has been absolutely a great outpouring. And you've been busy there, dude.
All right. Well, I'll send it back to you. K6SOE, stuck in the berg.
All right. K6SOE, KC6JPG. Very good, my friend Jim. Thank you so much for checking in. It's great to see you. And of course, now we got the net control for the Amateur Television Network Arizona chapter. And that is our buddy Lee, K0CCU, KC6JPG. Congratulations, buddy, on your SRT foundation. And you are I saw you up and running. So congratulations on that. Lee, right to you, KC6JPG. Lee, unmute.
Yeah, unmute. Does help.
Manuel, wake up.
Looks like everybody's here tonight. Looks good. I was trying to come up with my other computer, and it was not working. What I found out on that SRT was I'm using right now an old TV tuner for channel 8 coming off of my down converter. And that's how I'm getting it. When I'm going through the DS1, the Tektronix demodulator, there's a problem with that. There's a problem with it. So it's not. That's my problem why I couldn't sync something up. And I've gone through everything on that. So I don't, all the, I think the user manual is like 142 pages. And I've been through most of them. And can't seem to get it to change and come out of it. So there must be a problem with a unit. Anyway, glad to be on here. Glad to see you, everybody. And so good to see you at home, Keith. Great to see you at home. Yeah. And good to see you, Stephen. It's just good to see everyone here. So anyway, I did get that SRT working. It isn't the best picture, but it is working, and that is actually receiving from White Tank Live. I'm sending out on 2.4 and coming back on 1.2, and then sending it to you on with vMix. So that's all working well. So back to you, Roland. KC6JPG, KC. I guess I could have saved all that to the round table. Anyway, checking in. Back to you, Roland.
K0CCU, KC6JPG. Very good, Lee. Well, congratulations on, I saw your signal and it looks much better. Yeah, you might want to check the fans on those, the DS1000 Tektronix, because they do tend to go out, and then when they go out, they start overheating, and that's when the circuits go wild. So that's something to check. We got a whole bunch of these DS1. I got 2 DS1000s on standby. So if you need a DS1000, let me know, and I can definitely send you one. So sounds great, Lee. So thank you very much for checking in. This is terrific. What a great outpouring tonight. All right, so we're going to filter back any RF stations, any late members, missed members, any visitors on the RF side that like to check in with the Amateur Television Network's The Weekly Net. Come in at this time. KC6JPG, Net Control.
Do we have a link that actually works this evening? W6KGE.
W6KGE, KC6JPG. Yes, we do have a link that works, and we see you in full color and full audio. Bob, come on back, dude.
Okay, that's good to hear. Good evening, everybody. I just turned things back on. We've had some real problems up here, apparently, and good to be back on. but things are a little bit shaky, I guess, at this point in time. I'm not sure why. I guess a lot of changes. So we'll be watching. W6KGE.
W6KGE, KC6JPG. Well, I'm going to tell you, buddy, the time between 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock, that is what we call the rough hour, because there's a repeater that's uncoordinated that's located in the South Bay area of Southern California that's probably transmitting a net or something like that. And Gary was able to sniff the frequency. Now it's just a matter of getting some bearings to basically hunt it down. That's our big problem right now. But now it's after 9 o'clock, and I think their net is over because now the repeater's doing much better. So I'm getting a little skipping around on occasion. They're probably chatting a little bit on that uncoordinated repeater system. But it's much better at the moment. And I did see Alan check in, but he was motorboating within that interference signal on 400. So, but right now you're in the clear. You're looking great, Bob. Looking really good.
I got a question for Bob.
Shoot.
Yeah, Bob, I was just curious. Did you get my email about the barbecue/fiesta?
No, I didn't. I'm sorry to say. My email address is my call letters, w6kge@yahoo.com.
Okay, I'll check and see what I have. If it's not that, I'll resend it to you. Okay, thanks a lot. We'll talk to you later. And your signal is looking great tonight. Glad you got in there. And anybody else that's out there on note wants to check in might try now. WB6HYH back to net.
Oh, WB6HYH, W6KV. That's Gary's call sign. What am I thinking here? KGE, W6KGE, KB6HYH, KC6JPG. Well, very good, Bob. Any last minute words? Anything happening? How'd you do in field day? KC6JPG.
I'm sorry if you were asking me something, I missed it because you locked up. And anyway, we'll be watching. And thank you so much. I appreciate your effort again to see if you could get an email to me. Thanks a lot. We'll be standing by here watching W6KGE.
W6KGE, KC6JPG. Well, very good, Bob. Yep, yeah, I'm kind of locking up, and I just saw your signal, and it's being interfered with on 400. So, yeah, they're back. Well, I'll tell you, on Sundays when we do Arizona, it's a great experience. We rarely get locked up on Sunday evenings at 7 o'clock. And that's when we do our Arizona nets. We're actually transmitting on the Southern California side so we can try to get more people active on RF on the weekends. So very good, Bob. Thank you so much for checking in, and thank you for all that you do. We really appreciate you. Anyone else? Any late members, missed members, any visitors that'd like to check in? Come in at this time. KC6JPG, Net Control. All right, we go to Don Wilbanks, AE5DW, for this week's installment of Amateur Radio Newsline.
From Amateur Radio Newsline Report, number 2439, this is Ham Nation Headlines for Wednesday, July 31st, 2024. First up this week, a look at solar storms. And as almost everyone knows, we've had more than our fair share of CMEs in this part of the solar cycle. NASA has begun trying to better understand radio waves detected coming from coronal mass ejections. And now they have the tool to help them.
The unprecedented use of a research tool in space known as low-frequency radio interferometry is helping NASA scientists track radio waves emanating from coronal mass ejections. The mission is known as CURIE, an acronym for CubeSat Radio Interferometry Experiment. Designed by scientists from the University of California, Berkeley, CURIE's two small spacecraft launched from French Guiana aboard a European Space Agency Ariane 6 rocket making its inaugural flight. This is the first space mission looking specifically at the origin of these radio signals, which are commonly detected during solar flares, CMEs, and solar storms. CURIE's two CubeSats are designed to capture the radio waves and triangulate them to determine their point of origin. Scientists are hoping that their findings can help better predict disruptions in communications as a result of rough solar weather. This is Ralph Squilacci, KK6ITB.
If you're a ham with HF privileges and time to provide assistance to your fellow man in times of need, we have an opportunity for you. Here's Newsline anchor Paul Brown, WD9 GCO.
The Intercontinental Amateur Traffic Net, one of the oldest continuing nets in the United States, needs your help. In a posting in one of the QRZ.com forums, Holger, K2HES, said that the 20-meter net, also known as Intercon, needs additional net control stations to cover a 1-hour shift handling emergency communications. The net receives priority and emergency traffic on 14.300 megahertz daily from 1200 UTC to 1700 UTC during standard time and from 1100 UTC to 1600 UTC during daylight savings time in the United States. Hams with at least a general class U.S. license are eligible to fill one of the available slots as net control. Visit intercontinentalnet.org for more details and to see the net control schedule with the shifts that are available. The net has been on the air providing communications and goodwill since 1960.
In the U.S., Carnegie Mellon University in Pennsylvania recently added amateur radio to its curriculum for engineering students. Now, in India, another college has made that move.
Honours students in chemistry are being given the opportunity to add amateur radio to their first semester course load at a college in West Bengal, India. The RK Mission Vivekananda Centenary College announced recently that school officials believe that becoming a licensed ham will provide a gateway into the police force, the paramilitary, airport traffic work, and various divisions of the Indian military. The class is being designed to prepare students for the Amateur Station Operator Certificate issued by the Ministry of Communications. The school's principal said that although only chemistry students will be eligible for enrolment at this time, educators may expand the roster to include undergraduates focusing on physics. The school also plans to set up an amateur radio station on the campus. 70 students have enrolled in the course, which is being taught by the Indian Academy of Communications. This is Jason Daniels, VK2LAW.
Another reminder that the 2024 Newsline Young Ham of the Year Award will be presented to Grace Pape, K8LG, on Saturday, August 17th at 2 p.m. local time on the main stage at the Huntsville Hamfest in Huntsville, Alabama. Many thanks to our corporate sponsors, Yazoo USA, Heil Ham Radio, and Radio Waves Antennas. For more on the Huntsville Hamfest, visit hamfest.org. We look forward to seeing you there. And that's all from the Amateur Radio Newsline, your independent source for amateur radio news since 1976 at arnewsline.org. With Ralph Squilacci, KK6ITB, Paul Brown, WD9GCO, Jason Daniels, VK2LAW, Karen Eve Murray, KD2GUT at the news desk in New York, and our news team across the globe, I'm Don Wilbanks, AE5DW. 7-3. We'll see you next time here on Ham Nation.
And thank you very, very much, Don, for this week's edition of Amateur Radio Newsline. We really appreciate you, buddy. Thank you very, very much. Wow. Great story. Great stuff. I love how just amateur radio is just, prevailing into different areas of technology. That's great. So that's what it's all about, experimentation and bettering humankind through technology. So keep it up, team. Keep that RF going. Any last minute comments before we go to our Whereby after party? KC6JPG, net control.
WB6HYH. Looks like I'm butting in here a lot tonight, but yeah, I just want to let Mike know Bob. Excuse me. Bob, I do have your email correctly. You might check to see if it went into your junk or something there. And just in case, I'm going to go ahead and send it to you again to that email address. But yeah, don't know why it didn't get to you. But anyhow, we'll send it again. And it's great seeing everybody tonight. Good net tonight. Roland, everything, a lot of people, a lot of activity. Great to see Dylan out there tonight. That was fantastic. And hopefully we'll get him on RF here real soon. So anyways, say 73s to everybody. Good net. I may or may not make it to the after party here, but we'll see what happens. WB6HYH, Rancho Cucamonga.
WB6HYH, KC6JPG. Well, very good, Tom. Yeah, that was absolutely fun. You know, we had 18 people on the Whereby side. We have about 7 on the plus, 7 including Bob. Make it 8 with Bob, and of course Alan checked in, so we got him checked in at Oat Mountain. We got. We got Earl and Julie checking in tonight on RF, so it's been absolutely terrific. So, and Gordon West was out here too, so it's great to see Gordo every time that he comes out on the ATN nets. So, a lot of fun. It was it was terrific. All right, team. Well, this has been the Amateur Television Network's The Weekly Net. Once again, I'm Roland, KC6JPG, saying without you, there would not be a net, because it takes each and every one of you to make these nets work, to keep RF going, emergency communications, because you know what they say, the single point of failure is that one wire is called the internet. When things happen and you don't have that communication, that's when amateur radio will always prevail. Watch the replays. You got it on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/Amateur Television Network. That's where it's all about. You got it. And of course, right after this net is our after party, known as the Afternet, on our Whereby channel. So come and join us. We have a terrific time. We talk about all things technical. Right, team? Right. Exactly. All things technical. Whereby.com/ATN TV. Don't forget our DMR channel, DMR communication on voice. And, of course, that is on, where am I? See, I knew I forgot to program something. So don't forget, on the Brandmeister Network, 3196. That's our talk group for the Brandmeister Network. And on TGIF, our talk group is 224. And, of course, our new website, and that is www.atn. Or not ATN, www.amateurtelevision.net. And it's going to be propagated very quickly, because August is coming like a freight train. You got it. All right. The nets, so now the repeaters are now returned for their normal use. The Amateur Television Network weekly net is now officially closed. We'll see you on the after party. KC6JPG, clear.